Hey everyone, Katie here. Welcome to Slow Flow and Reiki. Tonight we're going to be working on building strength and stability in our core. So you can expect some longer hold times for poses that specifically activate the core, as well as some balancing poses that activate the core. Tonight we're not going to need any props, but if you'd like to grab some blocks and a bolster, those are optional props. And because this is slow flow and Reiki, we're going to be spending some extra time at the end in seated meditation where I will send you distance Reiki. So let's begin by coming down to a comfortable seat. You can cross your legs. Make your back nice and straight as you drop your shoulders and close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths in and out. Feeling your mind and body become more calm as you exhale. With your next breath in, allow your mind to become clear and focused for your practice. As you exhale and release your breath, you can release any distractions, whether those distractions are internal or external. Taking another deep breath in, breathing into your belly. Take a moment to set an intention that would serve your practice tonight. It can be a single word or it can be a couple of different words that resonate with whatever you need this evening. After your intention has been set, inhale and drop your hands, circle your arms up over your head, reaching up with your fingertips, and then exhale, palms come together, draw your hands down to heart center. Move through a few more arm circle flows, inhaling up, exhaling hands to heart. Moving with your own breath, breathing in, expanding your arms, lifting up your heart. Bringing hands to Anjali Mudra. A few more of these on your own. Take a moment to pause with your hands in front of your heart. And exhale, release your hands down. Bring your right hand behind you. Bring your left hand on your right knee and then twist. Look behind you. With your next exhale, see if you can twist maybe a little bit deeper. And then inhale, slowly circle your torso back around. And then bring your left hand behind you, right hand on the left knee. Exhaling to twist. Inhaling forward, and then expand your legs out in front of you. Take a moment to point and flex your toes, roll your ankles, and then you can pause with your toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Breathe in, lengthen your back. Breathe out, hinge forward from your hips. Keep a soft bend in your knees as you reach forward with your hands for seated forward fold. If the backs of your legs start to loosen, you feel like you want to go deeper here, you can start to straighten out your knees without locking them. Take 3 deep breaths in and out. With your next inhale, come up and bring the soles of your feet together, drawing up through the crown of your head. Breathe in nice and deep. With your next breath out, begin to hinge forward, bringing your forehead towards your toes. Very good. Inhale, come up, bringing your hands to your heart. And with your exhale, you can twist over to the right. You can stay lifted, or you can bring your left elbow down onto the top of that right foot. Inhale and come back up through center. Exhaling down and coming over to the left side. Breathe in, come back up. Release your hands down to your knees and then take a moment, press your knees down. Keeping your back lifted while you do so. One more breath here. And with your exhale, you can plant your feet down in front of you with your knees bent, and then you can take your hands behind you. Breathing in to scoop your hips up for reverse tabletop. As you exhale, slowly come back down to your mat. Then you can bring your legs to the side, come to all fours, and then make your way down onto your belly. Bring your hands on either side of your ribs and take an inhale to lift up your head and your chest for a baby cobra. Using your exhale to slowly come back down. And breathing in, coming up for another cobra, maybe coming up a little higher this time. And exhale to come down. Press the tops of your feet down. Inhale, come up one more time for Bhujangasana, bringing your heart forward, letting your shoulders pull back. Exhale to lower yourself back down to your mat. And then you can take your hands on either side of you. And with your inhale, you can lift up your head and your chest. You can float your arms up with the hands facing each other and point your toes. See if you can lift up your legs for a locust pose. Breathing here, keeping yourself lifted. With your next breath out, gently float yourself back down to your mat. And take your hands underneath your shoulders. And then inhale, press up through hands and knees. Exhale, press back to Balasana. Inhale, head lifts up. Draw your body forward and tuck your toes underneath to prepare for downward dog, using your exhale to press back. Taking some slow and deep breaths in your downward dog. With your next inhale, come up onto your toes and place some bend in your knees. And take some steps coming all the way up to the front of your mat with your feet hip width apart. Inhale, halfway lift up. And exhale, fold down. Inhale to slowly roll all the way up to standing. Sweeping your arms up above your head. And exhale, hands down to the heart. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, down to forward fold. Inhale, bring your hands in front of your feet. Lift up onto the tips of your fingers. And then exhale, bend your knees and plant your hands down. Step back through plank pose. Move all the way down to your belly, and then inhale, cobra. And exhale, finding downward facing dog. Taking an inhale to bring your feet together, and then lift up your right leg, keeping your toes pointed down towards the floor. Both hips are level. And exhale, pull your foot through to a lunge at the front of the mat. Take an inhale up to the tips of your fingers, and take an exhale, step the left foot up to the front. Halfway lifting yourself up as you breathe in, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, sweeping your arms up. Exhale, hands down to your heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, hands in front of the feet, create some space. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank. Holding plank pose, and then lowering down to your belly. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Tuck your toes underneath, lift up your knees. Exhale, press back to downward dog. Inhale, feet together. Lift up your left leg. Exhale, pull your foot forward to a lunge. Lifting up onto your fingertips, breathe in. Exhale, right foot steps up to the front. Halfway lift up and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly rolling up, lifting your arms up above your head. Exhale, hands down to your third eye and down to your heart. Inhale, reach up, tuck in your lower belly, lift up through your heart. And exhale, chest forward, coming all the way down to forward fold. Inhale, hands in front. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Moving to the belly for cobra and inhaling to rise up. Exhaling for downward facing dog. Bring your feet together and inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, step the foot forward. Left knee comes down. Inhale, lift up to Anjaneyasana. Reaching up through the fingertips, squeezing your legs together. Big breath in here. Exhale, hands down. Step back to plank pose. Move through your flow. Lower down and inhale up. And exhale to find downward facing dog. Inhaling, feet together, lifting up the left leg. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Bring the right knee down and untuck the toes. Lift up to Anjaneyasana as you breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands down. Lift up your back knee and come back to plank. Back to your belly. Lifting up cobra. Finding downward facing dog. Inhale, come up onto your toes and bend your knees. Make your way up to the front of the mat. Then inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bending your knees and grabbing onto opposite elbows. You can sway back and forth from left to right. Pause the next time you swing back through center. Release your hands down. And inhale, come all the way up to standing. Lift your arms up above your head. Exhale, draw your hands down to prayer. Plant your left foot down. And then take your right foot to the inside of your left leg. Begin with your ankle. Slide it up to your calf. And maybe, if it feels okay, bring it up to the thigh. Anywhere but your left knee. And once you have planted your right foot, move that right knee out to the right, opening up that hip. Find a gazing point to hold your balance. Take a few breaths here in tree pose. And exhale, right foot comes down and plants. Inhaling the left foot to the inside of the right ankle, calf, and maybe up to the thigh. Beautiful job. Take another breath. And exhale, release your left leg down. Bring the feet back to hip width apart. And inhale, lift up your arms, lift up your heart, coming into a little back bend. And exhale, folding all the way down. Inhale, halfway lifting yourself up. Exhale, fold down, bend your knees and plant your hands. Step your left foot back to a lunge. Keep your left heel lifted and keep your right knee over your ankle in line with your second and third toe. We're going to lift up to a lunge from here. So if you feel like this is a lot of work already, scoot your left foot up just a few inches and see how that feels. Whenever you're ready, squeeze your legs, inhale, lift up to high lunge. And exhale, bring your hands down. Inhale, step your left foot up to the front, halfway lifting. Exhaling, folding. Bring your hands in front, inhaling up, exhaling, bending your knees and planting your hands down. Step the right foot back to a lunge. Position your left knee, same as before. Inhale, rise up, lift your arms. Square both hips forward and tuck in your lower belly. Very good. Exhale, bring your hands down. And this time we're going to step the right foot up. You can heel toe your feet a little wider than hip width distance apart. Turn your heels in and your toes out at an angle. With your exhale, begin to bend your knees and sink your hips down to Malasana. Feel free to sit on a block or stay a little bit lifted here in this squat. If you are down low, then you can press your elbows to your knees and then lift up through the crown of your head. Feel free to stay where you're at. If you'd like to add a lateral stretch, begin by bringing your right hand down. Bring it over to the right side. Reach up with your left arm and then bring your hand over to the right. And exhale, you can bring your left hand down, planting it on the left side, and then inhale, right arm up and over. Beautiful. Exhale, come back to yogi squat. With your next breath out, plant your hands down, lift your hips up, and then turn your toes to face the front. Plant your hands back down and then inhale to step back through plank pose. Taking a pause here, stacking your shoulders over your wrists. Activate your core here, pull in Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Take 3 breaths. Very good. Take your right knee down and then spin your right shin parallel to the front of the mat. The left foot is going to come down over to the right. Shift your weight over to the right side and inhale, lift up your left arm for supported side plank. Really press your left hip up here. As you reach with your left hand, you can keep your gaze neutral or you can look up at your left hand. It's up to you. Take another inhale and reach up. With your exhale, begin to scoot your left foot back. Just a few inches and then reach your left arm back, opening up through your heart. Finding supported wild thing. And inhale, bring your left foot back where it was, finding supported side plank. You can stay here or you can float your left leg up for a supported half moon. Take another inhale. And with your exhale, bring your left foot down. Bring your left hand down. And then spin your right shin back to where it was, pivoting your left toes forward. We're going to tuck the left toes underneath. Lift up your right knee, pull it in towards your chest. And then exhale, press back. Extending the right leg for 3-legged dog. Holding here. And exhale, bring your right foot down. Exhale, bring your knees down. Press back to child's pose. Take a little breather. Inhale, lift your head up. Begin to pull your body forward. And exhale down onto your belly. Inhale, come up for cobra. Shining your heart forward and rolling your shoulders back. Holding cobra pose. And exhale, tuck your toes, find downward facing dog. Inhale, begin to roll your body forward, shifting into plank pose. Taking 3 breaths here once more. And with your exhale, bring your left knee down, spinning the shin parallel to the front. Bring that right foot down, and inhale, lift up your right arm. Press your left hand down like you're pushing the floor away from you, and continue to reach with your right arm, taking in another breath. Exhale, begin to bring your right foot behind and bring your right arm up and over, reaching back, supported wild thing. And then inhale, bring your right foot back, finding supported side plank, and then lift up your right leg for supported half moon. Inhale here. And exhale, slowly bring your right foot down, your right hand down, spin your shin back. And then right toes tuck underneath, and exhale, press back to 3-legged dog, extending your left leg. And slowly, slowly bring your left foot down to the mat for a downward dog. With your next exhale, you can lower your knees down to your mat and then bring your legs over to the side and around in front of you. Take a moment, take your hands behind you, and then lift up your heart. And with your exhale, bring your heart forward. Keep your right leg where it is. Bring your left foot in, bend the knee, and then bring the left calf across the right thigh, flexing the left foot, figure four-ing the legs. Inhale and lift up through your back. You can stay here or exhale, come down. For a forward fold with figure four legs. Inhale, come back up. And then with your exhale, bring your hands behind you once again and plant your right foot down, bend the knee. This might be plenty right here. If you'd like to go further, you can scoop your hips up again for one-legged reverse tabletop. And then exhale to slowly press yourself back down, extending your right leg first, then extending the left leg. Then the right calf comes across the left thigh, right foot is flexed, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up and planting your hands behind you, and your left foot comes down. Stay here or inhale, lift up your hips. And exhale all the way down. Bring your legs off to the side and then come down to child's pose. Inhale, head lifts. Bring your legs around once again and plant them in front of you. Scoot forward so you have enough room to lie down on your mat, and then use your exhale to float yourself all the way down to your back. You can bring your knees into your chest once you're down. And feel free to take some rocks back and forth. You can pause the next time you rock back through center. And then take your feet down to your mat. Keep your knees bent. And then press your shoulders down, press your feet down. And then lift your hips up for bridge pose. Your exhale, slowly come down to your mat, moving as slowly and mindfully as you can. We'll bring the arms out into a T, and then we're going to lift the knees up and then take them over to the right, ground down through your left shoulder. Coming into a supine twist. Inhale, lift your knees back up through the center. And then exhale, bring them over to the left side. Inhale, slowly bring your knees back up through center. And exhale, grab onto the outer edges of your feet for happy baby. With your next exhale, you can release your feet and make yourself comfortable for Shavasana, or you can sit up and find a comfortable seat for seated meditation. If you are sitting, feel free to use a bolster or cushion for some support. If you would like to receive distance Reiki energy healing tonight, you can set the intention to receive. Then you can close your eyes and begin to relax your body and your mind, taking in some deep belly breaths. And allowing yourself to focus on your breath as your mind and your body rest. Take a slow and deep breath in. Pause for a moment at the top of your inhale. And slowly release your breath. Taking in another slow and deep inhale. And as you exhale and release, begin to find some movements by moving your fingers and moving your toes. If you are lying down on your back, you can gently make your way onto your right side and then press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Let's bring our hands in front of our heart in Anjali Mudra. Bringing ourselves back into the present moment and into the space that we're in. Take a moment to remember the intention that you set for your practice tonight. Send your gratitude towards your intention and feel free to carry that intention with you for as long as it serves you. Give yourself lots of gratitude and lots of love. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening. Namaste. And I will see you all next time.